Well, here is the first at bat for Giancarlo Stanton. Swung on and drilled to deep right center field. It is high, it is far, it is gone! In his first Yankee at bat.
There it goes! A monster blast by Stanton, his second of the game.
Giancarlo, no si può fermarlo.
Just a game, even though it's my first one as a Yankee, but it's always to get a good little start here. You got 161 to go.
Good, man. How's everything here? We got to mic you up, though. Giancarlo Stanton.
How's it going?
Welcome to Baseball Stories.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I want you to know that it's still surreal seeing you in this uniform, man. When you walked out of Marlins Park for the last time last October, did you envision this?
I wouldn't say this exact setup, but it did come through my mind, you know, packing up my locker, that'd be my last time there.
Yeah, and all right, when Mike Hill told you that they were going to trade you, how did you think it would unfold? Do you have any feel for it?
Definitely not how it did, but I had an idea. I mean, you hear what's going on over the last couple months of the season, and you know, I just expected the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Well,
you found the
right.
best.
You got
right?
the best, yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if anybody has ever mentioned this to you, but this organization has an insane history of sluggers wearing this uniform. Ruth, Gehrig, DiMaggio, Mantle, Maris, Reggie. Has that come up at all?
First time I've heard those names.
Really?
Actually. Yeah,
Oh,
never
wow.
heard them before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping to file in and be at the end of that list.
I bet you are. And
Yeah.
that's really why I bring this up, because last year you chased some big numbers. You chased 60 homers. You chased 61 homers. Can you imagine what it would be like to be chasing those numbers in this uniform, considering what they mean in the history of this franchise?
Yeah. I can imagine for sure. And I got a lot of work to do. Gotta get there. Gotta start with one. So that's all.
That's true. Well,
Yeah.
I did get the impression last year, though, that you appreciated the meaning of those numbers. How badly did you want to hit 60?
I did, and I think I tried a little too hard in my last two or three games there. But I kept it composed. You know, I thought I did a great job of not thinking about it when I'm up there. But once I got to 59, it was a little tough.
And what was the magic of 60 for you?
Just a whole number, just something that
Babe Ruth, right?
No, yeah, Babe Ruth, something that I think only 4 others have done,
Yeah.
four or 5 others. So just to be in that company.
It's good company. And speaking of that company, you know, we talked to Mark McGuire in our travels, and he said that he had no doubt that you could hit 70. Do you think that there's a 70 home run season in you?
It's possible. I got to do the work though, so it's possible. It's possible for a lot of people to do it. But
You think it's possible for a lot of people to hit 70?
how many at bats do we get?
Well,
Right?
well,
How many homers do people hit?
Stay healthy.
You can do it. It's tough. It's harder than heck. Obviously, 2 people have done that.
Yep.
But it'll be a task for sure.
It's true. Now, let me ask you, you were 8 years old when Big Mac hit 70.
In the left field, number 70. How much more can you give us, Big Mac? Number 70.
Do you have any recollection of that?
I do. For
What do you
sure.
recall?
Coming home and seeing the highlights, see if he hit one. Him and Sosa, we're doing a little back and forth
They were.
There, and I would just come home. Hopefully the game was on. If it wasn't, I'd see the highlights if they hit one, and just follow it.
And imagine people following you just like that.
Well, now you can get the notification the second it happens. You know, you don't gotta wait 4 or 5 hours to get home.
It's true. Your phone be blowing up.
Yeah.
And is it true that you played on the Little League Cardinals and you wore number 25?
I did for 3. We were the same team for 3 years in a row. That's how it was. Once you drafted to one team, you stayed the same. So I was the Cardinals. I was 25. I played first base.
Coincidence, or was that?
Oh, I love McGuire.
Okay,
McGuire,
so that's, you wore 25 for him.
For him,
that's really amazing.
And I went and bought a big league hat. I was the only one there with the big league hat. So, yeah, and anytime he was in town, I'd always go see him.
It seemed like you found something last year when you closed your stance. What did that change?
Changed a lot of movement in my body, more direct to the ball, more direct towards the field, less spinning out, and drag on my barrel, I'd say.
Yeah, and certainly you found some consistency, right, in your stroke by doing that?
Yeah. I would say that's not my most powerful stance, but it's my most accurate, so which makes it more powerful.
Accurate, it's good. And then you hit 18 home runs in 1 month. I mean, that's like we're counting, all right, 2 guys have done that, 4 guys have done that. Almost nobody's done that. What was that month like?
Man, that was a lot of fun. I tell you, like it was almost like autopilot, you know.
Really?
It's it was a weird feeling there.
Ever had that feeling before?
I haven't. I haven't had that feeling before.
Autopilot, just hit a home run every day.
No, not in terms of that. Of just like my dynamic, my approach, my what I think this guy's gonna do, how I'm gonna approach him with this guy on, that guy on, and just execute it every night.
Wow, and you just got so locked in? Is that what you mean by autopilot?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Wow, must be quite a feeling.
Yeah,
Can't even,
I need 6 months of that.
Okay, 6 times 18, that's 108, if I'm doing this right.
Okay.
Okay, so 70 be
See,
all-star
that's
break.
what I mean by it's possible. It's
It is
just
possible.
you gotta be there and show up every day and do the work. I had 2 goals growing up. To be a professional athlete.
Bingo.
And it was to hit it out of Dodger Stadium.
Really? The other thing that I know about you, because we've talked about this, is you were an incredible 3-sport star in high school, right? You could have played Division I football, you could have played Division I basketball, and I know you've mentioned to me that you feel like your mentality that you developed from playing football and basketball had an impact on your mentality as a baseball player. How?
Just the athleticism of football, for sure. And a new dynamic. I only played about 2.5 months of each sport, and I filed in. I was late because the other sports would go, you know, in the playoffs and whatnot. So I say the mental skill of just being ready to go and learning the plays as fast as you can to get in the game and throw all your football gear away, get all the basketball, throw it on, and you know, keep the line moving.
Right, but there is a different mindset.
In all 3.
In all 3, exactly. So what from each sport do you think lives in you now as a baseball player?
Football, just the kill mentality of never stop, go get this guy. Basketball, a lot of moving parts. It's all plays, pick and rolls. How you're gonna score. That's the same as the pitcher's dynamic of what he's gonna throw you, what are you gonna take, what are you gonna hit. So, and there's more than that. But I love the dynamic, and I wouldn't do it any other way.
Yeah, and you could have followed any one of those paths. You ever imagine yourself as like Gronk, or Blake Griffin, or
yeah, you know, it's faded over the years, but those first couple years, especially those 10-hour bus rides and it's being hot as heck in those minor league fields, I was like, man, and you see these guys on TV every night. It's like I could have been doing this, but you know, it's all worth it.
It is all worth it because look where you are.
That's right.
Can I ask you about a couple of home runs that you've hit that I remember? Coors Field, 504 feet.
Stanton drills it deep left field like a rocket. That's 20 rows up in the deepest part of the park.
Almost carried the bleachers in left center field. It's the longest home run in the history of Coors Field, and the longest home run since StatCast has been keeping track. What do you remember about that home run?
It was off-speed pitch, slider. Gave me some extra backspin there. And really, in Coors, you just got to get that ball in the air with a little good trajectory out. I always try to hit that upper center field deck there.
Yeah. I want you to do that one day.
I know, yeah. That I almost got it in the game, but yeah, I remember just how far it went and everyone talking about it. I don't know who was on or whatnot, but
yeah. How would you describe what it's like to hit a baseball 504 feet? I saw you on Kimmel this winter, and you said it was like a feather. It doesn't look like a feather.
It doesn't look like it, no. Well, when you get all of a ball in the sweet spot and everything, it's like hitting pillows. It's like
really.
The feeling is amazing. It's the ones that hurt are the ones that you hit off the end. The ones that are hard contact is right on your knuckles or off the end.
But when you hit it square?
When you hit it square, a line drive's different. You feel that one though, but when you hit it like a far fly ball, far homer, that's just like a...
Wow. So that's how you know?
That's how you know. I'm bad at knowing, even though they might go, you know, 20, 30 feet over. I still get to go on the first.
You're breaking scoreboards. You're hitting balls over batters' eyes, and you don't know.
Sometimes, you know, I'm usually worrying about getting the first, you know, getting the second, whatever. But,
yeah, that's a good idea.
No, I'm getting better. I'm getting better now.
Okay, good to know. And then Dodger Stadium.
Stanton drives it left field, absolutely crushed, and out of Dodger Stadium. You don't see that every night. Absolutely crushed over the pavilion.
You hit a ball over the pavilion in left field, or if not, you hit it like the back awning. Now, Piazza has done that, McGuire has done that, Stargell did it to right field, but you grew up in Southern California. So how cool was that for you to do it?
I had two goals. It's funny. I had two goals growing up. To be a professional athlete.
Bingo.
And it was to hit it out of Dodger Stadium.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess it had to be baseball. Well, you know, we played some championship tournaments and stuff in Dodger Stadium, so I knew I'd have a chance if I wasn't a pro in that. But so when I did that, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done, because I've been thinking about that ever since I saw Piazza do it, and I've always wanted to do that.
And are we counting that? Like, I know there's people in LA that are kind of quibbling about whether it really carried the pavilion. I'm going to vote yes, it did.
Well, whatever, I've done it. I've cleared it in practice too, so it doesn't matter. I got it.
Okay, now you can shoot for the monuments here.
Yeah.
All right, one more. The WBC last year.
Stanton alone! Good night now! There's the big fella. They're replacing a brick in the Western Metal Supply Company building.
That rocket you hit off the Western Metal building, you know, Justin Turner tweeted that night that he was pretty sure you put a hole in the building.
Yeah.
How about that one? How would you describe that one?
That was awesome. That was a good spot in the game too.
It was.
Put us up. We need to advance, and just thrilled the crowd, thrilled everybody, thrilled the whole team, and got us fired up to get that win.
It was quite a shot. It really was electrifying.
Yeah.
In the moment. And you know, you told me last spring that one of the reasons that you wanted to playing the WBC was that you wanted to experience those moments, right? Those at-bats, winning. Did that whet your appetite for this, what New York is?
That whole atmosphere of when we get on the field in WBC was you just hunger for that every time you go on the field. There was nothing like it that I've experienced. And you know, you have some of the guys, you know, like Crawford and Posey and those guys. They're like, oh, this is normal, you know. Oh, yeah,
not for you.
Full crowd, you know. So yeah, I wanted to experience that for sure.
And did you feel like playing for something that meaningful brought out something in you that you'd been waiting to discover?
Just the excitement of being, you know, to advance. You know, you lose this, you go home. You advance. You win this, you bring the gold home for USA. You know,
right.
It's fighting for something. Now, I've never lost, you know, competition factor, but individual competition is different than the team competition too. So
very much.
That team aspect with the crowd and everybody, it was amazing.
Judge hits one to center field and deep. See ya! A monster home run!
What's your observation of him so far?
He's pretty advanced for post rookie season, you know. Definitely further along than I was as a rookie.
Stanton drives it. Gone! Top of the wall!
Miami, you never had a winning season, right? Never. And you finished last, I think it was 3 times. Here, they've had 22 straight winning seasons. They finished last once in half a century. So when you said this spring that you've waited your whole life for this, is that what you meant?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we meet, how many did you say, 22?
22 in a row.
All right, we need to make it 32 in a row, all right?
Yeah. Oh wait, there's 10 years left in your deal.
Oh yeah.
I can do that, man. There's a lot that goes with it when you play in New York. I'm sure you're aware of that. What do you think makes you prepared for being the biggest attraction, the biggest name in the biggest city in America?
Everything's magnified now, even more. But at the same time, in between the lines is the same thing I've been doing, the same competition against me. You know, it'll be an adjustment for sure, but at the same time, in between the lines, I prepare the same.
What about outside the lines? That's where all the noise is in New
Yeah,
York.
it'll be adjustment, but at the same time, you know, you listen to the right things and don't worry about the wrong.
Right, and you know, I mean, I guess it'd be okay to describe you as a kind of a private person, right? In a market where they want you to be as public as right as you could possibly be. How do you balance that?
Trial and error, I guess. You got to figure it out.
And the media waiting at your locker every night. Maybe you hit 3 homers.
That one's drilled deep to left. A long home run for Stanton. His first one in the Bronx.
No fear of any of that?
It'll be an adjustment either way. You know, when I do good, things will be magnified. When I do bad, things will be magnified.
Swing and a miss, and Stanton, for the first time in his career, strikes out 5 times in a game. And how about this crowd? That's a little harsh, booing him.
You find that happy medium, you stay right there, and I think that's the best I can do.
Look, I know that you can answer questions. I've asked you enough of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. I think I really need to ask you at least one question about Aaron Judge. Bob Costas called you guys the modern-day version of Maris and Mantle. And I know people have tried to create a lot of plot lines around the two of you, but what's the best part to you of being the modern-day version of Maris and Mantle?
Just what we can do, what we can bring to this team, what we can bring to hopefully bring new fans to baseball, bring new excitement to baseball, and you know, most importantly, help this team be the best we can.
Yeah, and I mean, you've never played with anybody quite like this, I'm going to say, right?
No.
What's your observation of him so far?
He's pretty advanced for post rookie season. You know, definitely further along than I was as a rookie, and you know, he's hunting to get better too, and that's one of the best characteristics of you. There's always some more. You hit this many last year, well, you gave away this many at bats, so there's always more. You know, you understand and you give thanks to what you've done, but there's always some more you can do.
There is always something more you can do. And I mean, you used to play your home games in the Grand Canyon.
That's right. Yeah, Yosemite.
Yosemite.
Yeah.
Right, and yet you still almost hit 60 home runs. How excited are you to play in Yankee Stadium?
I can't wait. I can't wait. The spring has been great to get to know everyone and, you know, file in, see how things are done, and you know, we're all hungry to get out there and play in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I know you love to travel the world, see new places, see new things. How would you compare taking those trips around the world to taking the journey you're about to take with the New York Yankees?
How would I compare it? Well, I love new things. I love experiencing new things, different perspectives, different lifestyles. So I'd say it's pretty similar to that, except I got to get to work, not kicking back by a pool or a beach, traveling. But no, it's very unique because everything's new. I still, you know, find walking through the wrong doors and
oh, really?
and then finding the right spots to be. But it's going to be fun.
What happens when you walk through the wrong door?
I don't know. You may bump into somebody you don't know.
Like some living legend in pinstripes?
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Who's the coolest person that you bumped into so
far? Reggie's been cool to talk to. We've been bouncing ideas off, his approach, my approach, and you know, how the game's changed.
It really is amazing, as you just said, the people that you find walking around in a Yankee uniform. You played here 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Is that unlike anything that you've ever experienced?
Well, you just see the pride. You see the pride not only of their career, but just putting this uniform on. And it's like a fraternity, a family. That there's so much into it. It's like, you know, remember this rather than what's on the back.
Right. There's a legacy here.
Yeah.
And now you're part of that legacy. And one more thing you should probably know. There's only been one player who's won MVP in both leagues. You know who that is?
I want to say Robinson.
Frank Robinson is the correct answer.
That's right.
Nobody's done it back-to-back years, so gives you something to shoot for, man.
I got a chance. We'll see.
You too.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton, thank you very much for carving out the time, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah.